Hey everybody, I'm here with Kevin. What's your last name?
Corey.
What?
It's the Irish spelling, okay?
I was ill prepared for this.
It's C-O-R-R-I-E.
Yeah.
Just call me Weasel Lord. If it makes,
Weasel
if it
Lord,
makes a
Rodrigo,
difference.
put that in there. So,
Who's Rodrigo?
he's our editor.
He's the camera?
You said you were the treasurer of LAN...
Last 2 years.
the IU Gaming, right?
Yeah, last 2 years.
Last 2 years? How's that been?
Yeah.
I've never met somebody that's been in charge of a gaming like network or community.
Well, okay, so like, I wouldn't say I'm in charge.
You're not in charge, but you have a role.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, right now, I am the most senior staff.
Really?
That's actually still around. A lot of the staff like moved on last year. So I've been an officer for 4 years now, I think. Yeah, 4 years. I was started as staff, and that's actually where I met Brady. Is at LAN War 19. Well, actually, we took a class together, and then he's like, "You should go to LAN War." And I was like, "Sounds good to me."
And then it was definitely a thing that just took off. From
Yeah,
there.
and then
you're like, "Well, this is where I need to be."
Well, it turns out like the old officer crew were from the town next to my hometown. So like we lived like 10 minutes down the block.
You had some crossover there.
Yeah.
So since you're the treasurer, you can clearly see the finances and where they go into making this big production, can't you?
Yeah.
Is that so? There's a lot of pressure probably riding on you more so than some other people. No.
It's all budgeted ahead of time. Like this LAN War is like clockwork now.
Oh,
in terms of like the prep.
It's been going on for so long that there's a pattern.
It's 26, man. Like they've been doing something right. The big issues is sponsors, which that's not my department.
That's not your department.
There are other people who deal with getting sponsored. Mostly Wild Bill. He got pretty much everything for us for this one.
We heard him mentioned before. Yeah.
Yeah. The sponsor's the only thing that's always up in the air. Like we get funding from.
It's always the
IU.
hard thing that someone the sponsors or the person to find the sponsors.
The person to contact the sponsors and get them to give us.
Because I imagine they're like, whoever that responsibility falls on, they're like, oh man.
You gotta know people. That's what Bill keeps saying, and I believe him because I guarantee if I called up some random company like, "Hey, we're doing this thing. You should send us stuff," it wouldn't work.
Well, so how has this experience this year been compared to your other years? Is it the best ever, or is it just?
You have to be specific because it matters.
How about tell me both? First, tell me this LAN.
Awesome, great LAN. Very little stress. I'm very chill.
It's really seemed like it. It's really gone.
Yeah, it's going really smooth. Even in comparison to other LANs, like it's gone well.
I've never been to a LAN War before, but from what I can tell, it seems like it's just. Oh wow, is this how it always is? This is awesome.
I wish it was always like this.
How about this year then?
We don't want to talk about last LAN. I don't want to talk about last LAN.
I definitely want to ask, but
You shouldn't.
It's definitely your right to refuse.
It went bad. Let's just leave it at that.
All right.
And we're recovering from it now.
Well,
we've recovered well, obviously.
It does appear so.
But we won't be going back to the fairgrounds anytime soon, as far as I'm aware.
That's too bad, because I was psyched for
It's not too bad.
Be at the fairgrounds.
It's a pain in the ass.
Is it? I bet there's a lot of forms
well,
and things.
It's not just that. It's currently there's like no one in IU Gaming right now as an officer.
Oh, because you've had turnover.
We've had turnover well, we haven't had turnover. That's the issue. We've had people leave and then no one came into their spots.
I bet is there an experience gap in there too?
Oh yeah, we had a couple of like perspectives last semester, but like they didn't really cut it.
And
because they just didn't have the dedication to like kind of do it. Part of the dedication comes from like because when I started, there was like 15 to 20 staffers at all times. So the plus side of that is that like during LAN, you work for like 4 hours because it's 24 hours divided by 20 people.
Yeah,
you take like a 4-hour shift and like everything's covered
now on staff
that are like active all the time.
Yeah, because I remember on
5.
Oh wow, on your website there's only like 10 people.
Yeah,
total.
There are about like 5 that actually do like everything. There's Adam, myself, Haley, Brian, Caitlin. We did pick up a couple of new staffers that are perspectives, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah, It's pretty
I met most
low.
of these people tonight for the first time, but let me tell you, I've seen them out there, and they have been doing their job. You guys are doing it right, as far as I can tell. So I'm glad that it's recovered.
It seems like we're doing it right, as far as I know. I mean, everything's gone pretty much without a hitch, other than nobody signing up for Titanfall, even though they voted for Titanfall. But that's not on us. Yeah. Did you notice that there was no Titanfall tournament because no one signed up for Titanfall?
I heard tell of a Titanfall,
and yet it won the votes like for the slot. Otherwise, it would have been like TF2 or something.
Man, that's really weird.
It's so weird.
Wait, you maybe I personally would.
And it's not like they didn't know it was there. It's like, yeah,
you should have had a secondary thing in case it didn't fill up.
Well, but the website's actually designed that anyone who wants to can make a tournament, like on their own. Like that's how there's like a Hearthstone tournament that was going on.
Yeah, because I remember, I'm not very exclusively a PC gamer, but I know that Team Fortress 2 is like one of the biggest deals that for PC gaming. And I'm like, there's a tournament.
It was big like in its day. I think it's getting past its prime now.
Is it?
I love the game, don't get me wrong, but it's, I don't know, it's turned into a hack collection thing.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to keep going, we can keep going.
Mean, I thought there was more.
We hope you've enjoyed this conversation we've had. What was your call sign?
I'm Weasel Lord.
Weasel Lord. If you see him out there, this is him.
Sure.
Put arrows to that, Rodrigo.
Make it look cool.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.